Alright, yeah, I can hear you just fine on the stream.
Cool. So I'm a special guest.
Yeah, you see, I put it up on the stream. This is Soft Serve Sultan featuring special guest B&B V8. We doing this once again. It is live and we are on time. Actually, we're a little early, but since we had special guests, I suppose we give you a little bit more playtime tonight. Uh, Me and my compatriot were talking about something else before the stream started. So if we dither into that, excuse us, but we'll start now. So how you been doing tonight, Mr. V8?
No, we're live and in the Your boy is here. Yes, yes, yes. And happy to be joining you for Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. I have been trying to keep up with your VODs, video on demand. I think if you're going to do the long form videos, I believe you should do them in VOD form. Or just call them VODs.
Okay.
So all your stream VODs are now on our group YouTube. I also have been posting many things on YouTube and playing a lot of Magic the Gathering.
Yep.
But our longtime B&B compatriots would know, our breadwinners out there would all know that we like variety of video games, not just RPGs and card games and such.
Oh, yeah.
We also like fighting games.
Oh, yeah.
So the dither he was referring to is Evo Evolution Championships just put up their lineup for all the games. It's going to be on the main stage. And my personal favorite fighting game at the moment, good old Mortal Kombat 11 didn't make it, man. Oh,
and I'm not gonna lie. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a huge Soul Calibur fan. And I believe my friend BVV8 has appreciation for Soul Calibur, but he's really kind of like he's a Street Fighter fan and Street Fighter loyalist, but he's kind of moved on to Mortal Kombat in recent years because of the quality. So Mortal Kombat is a very, very fine game, and Soul Calibur is a very, very fine game. But if I were to guess the popularity of the two games and the mind share and the social zeitgeist of the fighting game community, and possibly just the general populace, I would have assumed that Mortal Kombat would have easily overtaken my favorite game. So I'm left befuddled, bewildered, and just all a bunch of B words right now. Bemused, a lot of things. Quite confused. Quite confused.
I'm okay, to interject myself a little bit, I'm okay with either of those two games. Like, I'm just not good at Soul Calibur. Like, I don't dislike the game, I'm just not very good at it. I have a propensity more towards, like, Street Fighter style, 2D, Mortal Kombat-y, kind of heavy footsie games. I'm a big Street Fighter 2 guy, right?
Right.
So, like, I like that sort of thing. So catch us up here. You got a full crew, man.
So we have a semi-full crew. It said I'm not sure in this game if it'll be the same. But before in previous games you could have more than 4 people. So we'll see So we'll see how full this crew is.
So I'm learning this game watching this man play it. Like, I've heard the name Pillars of Eternity,
right,
but I know just as much as anybody, just as little as anybody, I should say, when it comes to this game. Like, I'm learning everything I know about this game from our friend here. Also, is this a $60 release?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It does look fun. It does look fun.
I would say. So I played a lot of Pillars of Eternity, the previous version. I would say I may be like 50% through the main title. I did not finish it. 1 is a very, very long game. And 2, I was kind of dismayed by the battle system. It was real-time battle system. And real-time is fine, but real-time kind of does better when you have the pinpoint accuracy of a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it did not have the turn-based battle system that my friend is familiar with the Divinity series. Because
Yeah,
those
big
two
fan of the
series,
original Divinity games.
yeah,
Original sin, big fan.
these two, the Pillars of Eternity and Divinity series are kind of like sister games. They're not made
Yeah,
by the same people, but they're kind of really in the same vein and the same mindset of
yeah.
old school type of RPG games.
Hmm.
Um,
How
so
many
what
people can you have on your team in general?
I don't know. Last time it was six.
Six. Okay. Wow, that's a pretty big party. Six.
Yeah, it is. It is. And that made that game even harder to play
I can believe it.
because it was real time strategy and also
Yeah,
six people. That's a
yeah,
lot
lots
of
of homework.
management.
Lots of homework.
So I would say to you, the thing that actually convinced me to buy this game was because they added turn based combat to this game.
That makes sense. That's right in
And
your wheelhouse. So
so what, like I got like 50% through the main quest. I even got the expanded version, so I didn't get even into the DLC. So it's gonna be, this is gonna be a long adventure. Like the last one's gonna be a long adventure.
well,
But what
if you
is
remember, go ahead.
I said, but the fact that it is turn based makes me more confident that I will probably finish this one.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you finish the original Divinity, I mean, you can finish this. I would imagine the original Divinity game is very long.
I've got it.
All right. So I'm lighting these braziers. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh,
Brazzers. What? No, that's not.
braziers. I'm not sure about that, bro.
It didn't catch us by surprise.
That's why I was. Okay.
All right, so interact. Oh, this
It
must be
looks.
a puzzle.
It looks
Okay.
like you need six people to stand on each one of those circles.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Cause they're going out.
Just one of those turn all the lights off puzzles.
I'm I'm assuming, but I don't.
All right. So it's an ordered thing.
I've got it.
It's
Nope.
I'm not seeing any interaction. I'm pressing the button, but I'm not seeing
The
anything
circles
happen.
they go off. So I think if you press them in their correct order, the flames will turn off.
Right. But I think what I'm saying is I'm not seeing any kind of hit, any type of interaction
Yeah.
for me to, like right now is just a number pad puzzle where I can put in all the
Hmm.
different iterations of these three buttons, which is quite long. I'm not a computer, so hopefully somewhere else in here will give me some hints. Oh, here comes combat. What
Yeah.
everyone was really looking forward towards.
I was. I want to see what Tef can do.
Tef does just fine.
Look at this big old. It's still got this same old big shield, huh?
Oh yeah,
So I got a question. That
right.
circle that's on the ground there. If you go outside of that circle, are you like less accurate or something?
So basically, that's the edge of my walking distance.
Okay. Because I was watching some of the VODs and I was trying to like, what is this? So that's how far you can move in a turn. Okay.
Right.
That's
So
good.
what you're also seeing on that big circle and small circle. So that smaller circle is the center point of the spell by itself without any modifications to from intelligence, right? So your
Gotcha.
intelligence actually increases the area of the circle. That gray
Mm.
part of the circle shows you what the increase is. There's also an interesting thing
Oh.
about that grayish area. If your players or your party members are in that lesser area, they will not be affected by the spell, but the opponents will.
Is that also true for the gains for the gained area?
What do you mean?
Like if they're in the less colored circle, do they also are they also immune?
Yeah, so it's only when they're in the less colored circle. If they're in like the darker portion of it, they will most definitely get hurt
Oh, there.
quite a
Okay,
bit.
that's okay. So that's center impact. Got you.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna see. We don't know if these things are gonna move, so I don't want to set up a spell right now. If they're just gonna move out the area, because the problem is some of these spells have casting times.
Gotcha.
So although it's fun to try to set up a line, you gotta
can't
have
just
an
blast
idea.
them?
You said what?
You can't just blast them.
Some spells go off instantly, some do not. I know that one for sure does not.
Don't you
'Cause
have like just a standard like blast? That's not
yeah,
a
I
spell?
do.
That's what I meant by just blast them.
Yeah, I could just do this magic missile. And it is magic missile in the fact that it also does not miss.
Oh
So that's
wow!
important.
No, that's magic missile. If I've
Like
never
it's
seen it.
like it's very much D&D spells.
Ooh, I like that.
All right, so
Also, magic missile is a personal favorite of mine in D&D. Me and this man here go back and forth about, magic missile. You don't need it as a wizard, and I say, yes, you do. But my
Yeah,
favorite
it's
spell in all of D&D is fireball. So that just lets you know how I play wizards.
Fireball is most definitely in this game as well.
Damn straight it is. Wouldn't be much of an RPG without the ability to catch fireball. I'll let you know.
So I would tell you one other thing about this game is, much like traditional D&D, you kind of really want to come in and hit hard right away,
Damn
because
king.
because you don't want this thing to go on very long.
Ah. Oh yeah, no. You didn't get out and get it over with.
All right, so
Assassin style.
okay.
So I take it this lady with a hood is a roguish character, or she's like a main.
She's so all my characters are multi-classed. And
Gotcha.
that's something you can choose. So the guy who went up there, that's a rogue fighter.
Yeah, I remember that.
She's a monk cleric.
Okay.
The wizard beside me is a rogue wizard, and
course.
I'm a fighter wizard.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have her move
So we're
up.
playing Pathfinder. Yeah.
And we're gonna.
So if you don't know the original Pathfinder, dang near encouraged you to multi-class, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, you could get pretty far multi-classing in Pathfinder. That's for sure.
It's not as bad as say D&D 3.5, but it was pretty close. Yeah, zap.
So
Zap
these guys don't look.
Zubats, man.
These guys don't look like they're gonna move much, and if they don't, then I'm gonna set up this level 2 rolling fireball.
Is that a spear you have in your hand?
Yes, I do, sir.
So you're using a spear and a shield?
Yep. On my wizard, yes.
How traditional of you.
All right.
So you can sell like some sort of beam?
Yeah, so it's gonna be kind of a rolling fireball.
Ooh, sweet. Oh, so it's like what's that 5e spell that does that? Something or chromatic orb.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of that one.
it's more like the druid spell. I think it's a flame orb or
There's one of those. The wizard has access to that too. The track ball.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the wizard can do that too.
Yeah. See, they're not moving. So they're about to get hit by this stuff.
Oh no, I know all them evocation spells. My wizards are evocation specialists first and foremost.
Oh, I did not know that was gunpowder back there. I blew up half my team.
Yeah. They look
Yeah,
like they went down.
And and I did the stupid thing I always forget. I keep on doing, which is I skip my turn.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we're gonna.
Yeah, you bowled a strike, my man.
Happy to oblige.
Unfortunately, your friends were part of the panic. I think you need to send Hair Cleric over there and heal up.
Jeez, fine.
Yeah, something like that. Ah, the Enlightened Fist. One
Yep.
of the most classic builds in all of RPG. If a lot of the time in RPGs, if they don't know what to do with monks, they give them self-healing abilities.
Yeah.
So, like, one of the ways you can build a monk in an RPG, which is actually a way I like to do it, is if I was to make an RPG, my monks would be very self-efficient, and that would be their difference between them and all the other classes, where they can do a lot of things kind of on their own, independent of like the other characters.
Mm-hmm.
That would make, to me, that makes the monk like a unique class into itself, because for instance they have ability like chakra heal, they can heal themselves but they can't heal other people, right, in
Okay.
battle, things like that, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Or like they can spend all their, because I like key points,
Mm-hmm.
so like a super high level ability in that would be like spend all your key points and do like a resurrection on somebody or something like that, like way at the end of the line, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can do that classic, no, my master, no, come back to us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense.
You can pump like all your key into them and bring them back from the dead.
All right, so it looks like we got a little.
All right, what do we got in the boxes?
I found a secret box, but it was not anything really, really
So how
super.
do you know it's a secret box? It's just out of the, or it's just out of the, out of the view.
It's one side of you, it'll show up purple,
Oh, Warhammer. Is that any good?
and it's just a basic one.
Oh, it's a basic one. You're looking
Yeah.
for stuff with like additives.
Yeah.
All right, yep. Send your guy with oh.
So hard.
Okay.
So you got
You
it.
got, oh, you got a 3. That's pretty good.
So what will happen is not only does the person with the skill add to the thing, but like the whole party adds to the
Gotcha.
ability.
Gotcha.
So this is a pretty decent dagger. It actually has bonuses on it.
I've noticed
Stuff.
it's his fine dagger. It's got one of the magic tips. What's a grappling hook for?
Sometimes it shows up in like story things, like you need a grappling hook to get up here, and it'll have a test.
Oh, so it's just good to always have one on your main dude.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of items in this game that aren't very apparent.
Gotcha.
What you use them for until you just run into
So
something.
this game's very homework based.
It can be, very much so. It can be.
Like you actually kind of want to like look up how the game itself works before you kind of just go nuts. Because there's like a lot of newer games are like this too, especially RPGs. Like if you knew a couple simple things before you started playing the game that they didn't tell you, it would vastly change your game experience. I'll give you an example, a very popular example. There was the newest Dragon Quest game. What's the Dragon Quest 11? What you get for your pre-order bonuses, right? You get some really awesome items that are really good as accessories, right? But they're just called tickets, and you really don't know what they do or what they are until you like kind of dig a little deeper into how the game works.
Okay.
Like for instance, the one they give you gives you just 2 HP at the end of every turn because it's like a Final Fantasy style RPG.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of each of your turns, just get 2 HP. And then there's another one that you get called like Mage Ticket or something. That gives you 2 MP at the end of your turn. That one actually changes like your whole gameplay experience because that'll get you through like a whole bunch of stuff at the beginning of the game because you start with like 5 MP, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like if your spells cost like 1 and 2 and you have 5 total.
Oh, we have original Kings come back. He's he's telling me the code.
Do you
Top
you did, I
top
don't know if
right,
you
top
made,
left, bottom left. All right, we'll
so
try it.
wait. Are you the kind of guy who likes backseat gaming or no?
I don't really care.
Oh, you okay? That's not a thing for you. Okay.
I'm going in blind, but it doesn't mean I won't take, especially when the hints are just puzzle based stuff. Like some people are big puzzle guys.
You
I
ain't got time for
personally,
all that.
I personally don't find them too amusing. Um, I like strategy, but puzzles are kind of whatever. They're for who they are for. But so let me do this narration. As the soul moves past you, some of their heads turn in your direction, but most seem fixated below you, to the altar pillar beneath your feet. A few nod their heads in thanks and raise their hand to acknowledge your
What
presence.
do you see that I can't, Watcher?
Uh,
You know what? If I was to play this game, because they constantly call this character the Watcher, I would name
mm-hmm.
him Uatu.
Oh yeah, yeah. I made a big joke about it at first. I was like, oh, do I get the big head and the
And the
staff
mystic
too?
and the mystic powers that go
Yeah.
with it. Because that dude could beat like most of your favorite superheroes,
You've
and
never
not even
done
think
more than
about
a
it.
few hours, and some harvesters manage their whole lives.
Small group of souls that start to cluster around you. One of them is standing a bit closer than the others and gestures your attention.
Watcher, we'd like to come with you.
Is there any way you could turn the game audio up just a hair?
Can you not hear it?
It's just low.
Okay. Uh, let me see. I'm actually not quite sure.
I'm on board.
I think we just turned off all the audio. Uh, yeah. Yeah. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. So why don't you just go to the Audra pillar?
Am I still here?
Yeah.
Okay, I hear my cell phone stream. That's what I was worried about. I'm the peanut gallery, folks. That's all. That's the best you gonna get out of me. A bunch of wisecracks.
What if the Audra goes dark again before we reach the beyond?
Alright, you can follow me.
Can I harvest the souls now?
Probably if you want, I guess.
Oh, I do. So I will.
Ooh.
Zadi glides her hands in a series of motions that resemble a martial art or an intricate dance. She slides a circle around the area. She begins swirling her lantern faster and further from her body until a febrile light flares from the inside. The lure is answered and several souls change course, drifting past the lantern's gaze to disappear.
Thank you, Watcher.
See, I expected screaming. I'm not gonna lie.
When the souls got harvested, you
Yeah.
said, "Whoa."
Ah!
I expected like it sounds like they're falling away, like whoa, like these slowly fade out of existence.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sound effect. Not like when Shang Tsung throws a fireball.
but yeah, no, so supposedly I didn't really get most of the answer in the first game, but the Watcher allows you to listen and talk to souls and manipulate them in some ways. It's kind of weird, and I haven't been necessarily given the best answer to all of those questions of all of
Are
what
those
that
souls
is.
of mighty caliber?
No, they're just ordinary souls. Their souls do not still burn. Alright, so we're gonna try what Original King suggested.
You said top right.
Alright.
Top left.
And did not blow us up.
Cool.
Thank you, Mr. Kings. Ooh, gladiator sword. Is that if I die?
Wow, plus 15 damage and accuracy.
I think
Jade.
I think I'm gonna equip it to myself.
Yourself, not your warrior.
My warrior has a better weapon than I do. Actually, I think he. No, actually, he doesn't. Not anymore.
Right. So wouldn't you equip it to him and then you'd get his hand me down?
Because
Or
his
no?
stuff did start off with better of mine. Let me see. Is
Oh, he
this
got the
count?
Spatha, my man. That's that gladiator sword. That's the classic. Big
Alright.
fan. Big fan of all that Roman tech. I'm a big history buff when it comes to like the ancient world.
Mm-hmm.
That's my bag, man.
Yeah. So. Alright. So I believe this is probably the end of this dungeon, which means we're soon should be. Oh, did I go the wrong way? I think I went the wrong way. We should go back to town and go to see the governor. Now, you said you've seen some of me play this game. I was
Mm-hmm.
super tripped out when I seen like the governor were all just like these like Creole Jamaican guys. So like, oh, well, that's a lot different from the last game.
Sound like Hermes Conrad's wife in Futurama. Look at all that bacon bacon.
Yeah.
Barbados Slim or however that goes.
And I was like, well, they most definitely changed because basically the previous game, it was kind of traditional, kind of fantasy area. So they decided to, completely go the opposite direction. We go into the Caribbean. I was
Yeah,
like,
we're
all
in
right, I'm
Storm
down.
Rack. We're in Storm Rack.
You're a store rack that you equated to? Okay.
And isn't that the name of the D&D setting for random ass pirate adventures?
Uh, in not Forgotten Realms in Greyhawk, it was the area. Yeah, most definitely.
Oh, it's a Greyhawk area. I thought it
Yeah.
was. I don't know all the Forgotten Realms stuff. I just know like the real old school settings.
Well, here's the thing. So you kind of got introduced to 3.5, and
Mm-hmm.
the thing about 3.5 is not Forgotten Realms.
It's not.
It's Greyhawk.
It is. I much prefer Greyhawk to Forgotten Realms. Like
We
Castle
will remain
Zagieg is
here
pretty fun.
to see to our dead.
That's my jam. Oh, we got
You like
electricity.
old Bad High.
I do like Obad High, the god of. That's my clerical god of choice. I like being a nature cleric. Wait, isn't that just a druid? No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I wear metal armor and cast a variety of different spells. Even in 5e, I play nature cleric. Got a famous character we call Bushbeard.
Yeah, Bushbeard is pretty legit. By the way, Bushbeard is a dwarf cleric. He
In
usually has some
5e,
druid in there sometimes, but it's either druid or cleric depending on what the system allows, basically.
yeah, dwarf Bushbeard is different things depending on what the game is. In the 3.5, he was a dwarf cleric druid with a couple of levels of this thing called tree ling, which was made him a plant, so he was like half plant.
He was also a fist of the forest.
He was like yes, he was very much so a fist of the forest. So he had some monk levels. He was a very high level character.
Yeah.
Um, in 5e, he was just a nature cleric, hill dwarf that eventually got a couple of druid levels, but not really. It was debatable whether or not we was going to give him druid levels. In the game that I actually ran for like a handful of sessions, he was just a nature cleric. Oh wow!
So yeah,
So
in this
this is
game, not only can you go into the city, but they'll, if you want, you can select the exact building you start off in, which is super useful because considering the load times of this game.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
no. What got me though was the time. Like things are time based spins.
oh
The
yeah,
game has an internal clock.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's
They
kind of
track
what
it.
I was getting into. That's what caught my attention, I should say.
Okay, yeah, they track your time. Now I'm not exactly sure what the time sensitivity is about in this game, because there were time sensitive things in the previous one, and like I said, this when I put blind run on here, I do mean blind, as in I know the mechanics from the previous game, but I don't actually know what's going to happen. And oh, I chose the wrong fucking house. I don't know what's going to happen.
Is that elf holding a lantern?
Probably.
That's such a classic. The lantern bearing elf. That is a very classic D&D trope. There's a whole prestige class for that in several games. Like your lantern bearer,
Well,
and you get a bunch.
I think the person who's actually holding the lantern is Zadi. I think she's a human though.
The monk,
Yeah,
your monk.
I think she's a human. I could be wrong. But I think they kind of transplanted it to her faith. So supposedly there was a god of rebirth who destroyed my house, by the way, and like destroyed my keep and killed most of my people and took part of my soul.
Part of your soul, not all of it.
Yeah. But she supposedly follows his death aspect. It's not exactly clear.
Oh, so he's like the god of like death and rebirth, and he's
Yep.
like life god.
And now he's running around in a big stone statue, causing havoc, and taking people's souls.
He's like a colossus. He's running around causing problems.
Yep. And supposedly this is what this story is mainly about, chasing this guy down, trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, so far.
Why that elf guy look like something out of Avatar?
Oh, that's not an elf. That's can't remember the name of those people.
Are they
But
like
that's
fake
totally
creatures?
different. Kind of.
They're closer to like fake creatures.
As close as this game kind of gets to the Fae.
Mm. You know what you find out in D&D? That elves are not the closest base race to the Fae.
Mm-mm.
The closest base race to the Fae would be, do you know?
The gnomes.
The gnomes, yes. More so even than the halflings or the elves.
Mm-hmm.
The gnomes are very close to the Fae. One of the most elusive of all races.
Have information about your dig site?
Perfetto. Tell me, please, what has happened? How much have we lost? I must know.
Oh, you have choice, okay.
I'm sorry, some of your animations made it, but I'm afraid I was killed when the elf is revived.
I see. I suppose we are fortunate to have any survivors. And Ulrich's notes. His research?
I'm not exactly sure why I wouldn't give him the notes.
That'd be fun this game is fun for multiple playthroughs, I guess, just based on the fact that you could be completely treacherous.
Mm-hmm. I'll give it to him.
You did. Gods be kind.
Glorio takes the bundle notes from you with a barely restrained urgency. Within a moment, he's flipping through the papers, eyes sweeping back and forth across the pages.
Perfetto. Perfetto. We are saved.
Looking for something specific? Mr. Governor?
Clarice has a relieved, almost giddy laugh, looking through you with a toothy grin. Screen hides soon after beneath the coffin looks of some regret.
That is, Odorisi's legacy is not wholly lost. I like to believe the man would find that pleasing.
Yeah, I don't believe you, bro. I'm pretty sure you don't give a crap about that guy.
Yeah.
You say this is all the work of the Titan.
He wants what he was looking for.
Aeotis,
Mm-hmm.
and you still insist
Dwarven
on
legacy.
looking for him. He destroyed your ship, killed my people. Would it not make more sense to sail to the far side of the world and away from all this?
I don't have a choice, bro. I really want to chase this guy down.
Obligation you are.
This is the god of light.
I understand a little of that. Lucky for you. If I were a more sensible man, I would take this for fable and turn you away.
Aegithus is using Eltropen for energy source. If I can find more, I can find him.
Oh, you got a brainy answer. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's your skills most definitely change the different things that are available to you to say got and these things.
The
Gotcha.
Valiant Trading Company, the Royal Deadfire Company, countless mercenaries. You'll want to go to Nekataka. Queen Onekaza II rules there at the Kahanga Palace. Anyone seeking to do business in the Deadfire Archipelago must negotiate with her first.
Okay.
The Queen knows every.
So now we gotta
day
go
of
to
work in
Nebraska
the
to see
Deadfire.
Queen
I'm
Onzuki.
certain she can help you. That is, if she agrees to see you.
Lord of the Trailer Parks.
You promised to help me. Yes. I ain't forgetting about that part.
I have not forgotten. We will get you to Nekataka.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, you need your sheep. I'll arrange it with Ikawa. Between the two of us, I'm certain we can gather the workers we need.
We can go down there for this and give you those notes. I need my damn ship. Fix my shit.
Head down to the beach once you are ready to depart.
It's like the second or third time you got your ship fixed.
You know something? I don't want to hear about these previous times. We gotta fix now.
Man, you gotta get a better driver or something.
Finally, glad to be rid of this place.
Not to run aground again.
Wow.
Safe travels, Captain. Do take
It's a miserable little village called Riverwood.
Alright, so two of us leveled up. Me and my guy Eder. So let's see what we're gonna choose for the level up for this guy. So I've been boosting his Arcana. I haven't had any Arcana based, questions or things necessary. But I feel like
has it been working for like raw stat though?
No, not really. It's just but I'm gonna keep on with Arcana now.
You just gonna play him for a wizard?
I've been giving him insight. I might give him bluff and diplomacy at some point in time.
You also been giving him streetwise, I see.
He started with Streetwise, actually.
Gotcha. But as all wizards, he knows nothing of religion. I'm a man of science.
Yeah, that's. I think I posted his metaphysics as well because, I mean, if someone needs to know it, I think he needs to know it. So
The wizard knowing about metaphysics?
yeah, I know it's shocking, but
I know.
all right. So
It's like in Pathfinder 2, we gotta know that advanced mathematics.
yeah. All right. So
Oh, I see you unlock that fire. Ooh, web? Is that web?
that's web, sir.
Ooh, that's a classic. Big fan.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's just
Mobilize
mobilize
for
him for one round in this game.
Yeah,
That's a level. That's a level 2 spell for that.
well, at least that hasn't changed. It's still a level 2 spell. Necrotic Lance. That sounds pretty good for a blood caster. That thing that improves your crits sounds pretty good too.
What's the smart do? Fit and smart.
You vital instance, he said.
Let's see, what's this? Scorching Ray.
Yeah. Yet another classic. Wow. That's a pretty good range on that.
Bewildering spectacle.
Confused for 2 rounds. I wonder how good that is.
It sounds pretty good.
I also wonder if you can't cast that stuff on undeads and all that. Oh wow, they got Ray of Enfeeblement.
This one?
Yeah.
No, this is Stupefy.
Ah, that is Stupefy. Okay, you're right.
Also, that's an AOE.
That is Stupefy. Otherwise known as hypnotism.
So I'm trying to find something with low cast time, because the thing
you're looking for a little more immediate.
Yeah.
Arcane Veil action. That's a free action, that Veil.
Yeah. So that's pretty good. The problem I have is actually, it's 2 rounds, which is fine. I don't actually get hit a lot, or when I do, I have so much life gain.
Like, it's just negligible.
Yeah, it's like, so far it has not been a problem, and I know that could screw me up in the future, but I'm kind of basing on what's been happening so far.
That's looking like. What's that exploding wounds do?
Which one?
The one just next to the burning hand.
The
guy getting stabbed, the orange.
Oh, yeah, this is the thing the other guy has. So the other wizard has this as well, and it has a cast time as well.
Man, that's pretty good though. It explodes when you punch him. Standard. Wow.
It's grease.
Grease.
Straight up grease.
So, can you set it on fire, or we're not playing that?
I don't know.
We don't know.
I may or may not be able to set it on fire.
In traditional D&D, the answer is no.
Yeah. This thing is just, I can just hit him with my book. Just straight up damage with your book. It's just hilarious.
That's pretty decent, considering. Penetration 9. Wow, that's. But the number of damage is like.
It's okay.
Yeah. Is that worse than you like just stabbing a guy?
Maybe. So here's an interesting thing about this game. So there's a stat called might, right?
Obviously, right?
But might isn't what you think it is. You think it's a strength analog, and it kind of is. But it's might also determines the strength of your spells, like the power, the damage.
Got you. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, like, you having high might wizards are a big deal. I'm actually a high might wizard.
Yeah, it's like influence. And you kind of want that.
What, this?
No, that corrosion. Or that. Either the necrotic lance or the crit.
Right. The problem with it is it has a cast time.
Mm.
Like I don't really like these cast time. I might be throwing this book at people.
Let's just throw books at people. You gonna be the judge?
Yeah, because I might just throw this book at people because I actually, yeah, we're gonna just throw the book at you.
I guess so. Judge, jury, and executioner.
And then we're gonna level up other.
Oh, you can rob people in this game. That's pretty neat.
Oh yeah, very much so. Alright, so we're gonna increase your mechanics because you're actually, it comes down to unlocking things are actual rogue. And you have the highest, we've been pumping your intimidate. And we ain't gonna stop now.
He's also a drug addict, but that's some other stuff.
He's just enjoying himself a little pipe weed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that was hilarious. Alright, so...
We're not gonna get into that. It's too close to election season.
Okay. Okay.
Blinding strike.
That's not bad. Not bad at all, actually. I think I'm just gonna give him this. Give him this convert grazes into hits, though.
Oh yeah, passive abilities? That sounds great. I'm a big fan of passive abilities. Like, nope, it's just always on. We don't gotta worry about it. Like, I don't like the, so, I'm a very simple guy when it comes to, like, how I play RPGs. I either like one of the 3 classic archetypes. I either like Cleric, which is all defense. Like, I'm just gonna survive everything. Warrior, which is all offense. Or Magic, which is, I'm just gonna blow everything to bits from a distance. Them's my 3 preferred archetypes. Like, when I found out this game had guns, I was super intrigued. That is something this game has that,
yeah, that's not everything has. Everything has guns.
No, that was very interesting. Like, ooh, I could just have a rifle and just stand over there and shoot the guy in the head? I like that.
Yeah, if I ever played this game, if I play this game again, or something like that, I might, try to pick or make a sniper character. Though I've seen in a lot of these little, loading screens, a character who already looks like they have a big ass pistol and like a bird companion. So I might turn that chick into a sniper.
It's like sound like a ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Got a bird companion and a rifle, big game hunter. This punk Maximilian got 13.8k viewers for special events.
Well, he was watching that. He was watching the same thing I was watching. That's actually how I found out about it. I pulled up Twitch and, the people you follow show up, and I was like, oh, okay.
No, he's
What's
always
this?
in my recommended channels. He's not in my actual follows.
I put a lot of guys who just hit recommended and just end up following.
I don't, because I don't know them all.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example. Do you know who Chris H. Nguyen is?
Is Chris Nguyen?
Yeah. Like, spell Win. Chris H. Win. Spelled the Asian way with an N.
I feel like I should, but I don't. It's not coming to me.
It's not. You can't flick it off the top of your head, right?
Yeah.
If I can't flick it off the top of my head, he's not going into my follow channel. Also, I unfollowed Tom Brady because that guy's a jerk.
I don't know nothing about that. He's
I
freaking
actually
great
do.
to me.
Like, I heard all the stories from a bunch of people. Not that I know those folks personally,
Mm-hmm.
Like one funny thing was I was watching Sonic Fox stream.
Mm-hmm.
The guy is very popular
Oh, you're
fighting game
talking about
player.
Tom Brady in Mortal Kombat. I
Yeah,
thought you were talking about Tom Brady, the actual like
the
football guy. I'm
football
like, huh.
player.
I was like,
No,
oh no, Tom Brady. Okay, yeah. No, I can completely understand why you stopped following that guy.
and like, and it wasn't because of what had happened. It was because of his explanation for it. Because
Okay.
he said he gave that money back, and if he did in fact do that, I'm actually okay with all that. If he, the community gave him a bunch of money, and then he decided he couldn't go, and he gave all the money back, well then no harm, no foul, right? But the fact that he didn't go at all just means like I don't care about what you do anymore.
Yeah.
Like you said you were gonna go to this place and then you just didn't. He didn't really give like a whole lot of explanation as far as I know. But what was
Mm-hmm.
funny is I was watching Sonic Fox. He was in Sonic Fox stream. And Sonic Fox
Also,
was like,
also for the viewers, uh, so Tom Brady
oh yeah,
is
context. My bad.
is a prominent FGC member, particularly in the Mortal Kombat arena. He was actually a prominent Mortal Kombat player before the newest Mortal Kombat showed up, which
Yeah.
is since Mortal Kombat 9.
He's
And
also a
he had,
well-known commentator.
yes, well-known commentator as well. So what ended up happening with that was he ended up using social media to get funds so he could get to fighting game events. And then he didn't show up to fighting game events, and people wanted to know what happened to their money.
So in another way of explaining it, to give like a 1-to-1 comparison, an example would be is like if he set up a GoFundMe to go to Comic-Con in New York when he lives in California, as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he wanted to go to Comic-Con in New York, he lives in California. This guy lives in New York, or the East Coast, but that's different. So the point is, he also calls himself Tom Brady, like a football player. But the point was, he was in another very prominent FGC member's stream as a mod. And the guy Sonic Fox whose stream he was in was like, Tom Brady, you can't be in my stream no more. He was like, you can be in my stream, but I don't know why you're a mod. And he unmodded him right there in front of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And welcome gestures towards your vessel with a motley group of Juana and Villian workers to and fro.
The ship was nearly lost, but it will float.
Why don't we got the storm speaker on our team? This is like,
I would love to have a storm speaker on my team.
right? Like, let's conjure some thunder.
Do you know? What if there's another storm?
Then you think.
Wow.
Come, we will see your defiant out to sea.
Then you'll sink. Don't you speak to these storms? Don't they tell you things?
Achievement unlocked. A sailor's life.
Oh, do you finally get to choose where you sail? Can you sail around the map?
I think so. I think they're about to let me know how this the ship stuff works. So what I've been getting a bunch of different food, and it's been telling me ship morale and
Oh man,
so like I guess
you gotta
ship
prevent
management is part of this
mutinies?
game.
You gotta prevent mutinies and such.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm going into this blind. I'm finding out like you are.
You gotta get supplies of lime so we don't catch scurvy and such.
Maybe.
Oh no.
I'm bringing a woman aboard. I hope there's not a revolt.
That is traditionally frowned upon.
Though there was women on the ship when I had it, so I guess it can't be that big of a deal. Receive a courier's message from Harbinger Inventor. Let's read it. Quest out of this missive was written in what looks like dried blood. A slice of tan leather came to you rolled up a seal with the mark of the Aurochs. Lettering and spider ring sharp, suggesting sender may be shivering as composed. Most glorious watch of Caradanora, I cordially invite you to a feast held in your honor. A community of like-minded congregated in Harrisburg Ward, also outposts located in the southern Deadfire Sea to witness Deadflow's rapid expansion. Soon ice shall consume all, and Rimgard's domination over Dead Area may be unchallenged. We eagerly anticipate your hosting the magnificent with admiration and many accomplishments. Okay.
It's a trap.
Oh, it's most definitely a trap.
That sounds like Welcome to Die. Welcome to Die, X-Men.
It saddens me to inform you that we lost several crew and most of our provisions during the storm. However, Port Margé appears to be well supplied, and I
We have naval battles and
disaster has left
ammunition.
several sailors in want of a ship.
I guess.
Irina was injured. That sounds terrible.
I suggest we contract for additional supplies and crew before we return to open water, or our voyage may indeed be a short one.
Yeah, I think she's right. Uh-oh. This is some old school stuff right here. Oh, no. Another ship at sea? I hope you don't get raided.
As the Defiant leaves Port Major behind, you casually observe a dozen other ships coming and going, mostly fishing and trade vessels. One craft stands out, an imposing dhow, replete with cannons, crests upon views the Defiant standard bow. The flag raised high at the top of swell signifies wish to parley. However, the dhow approaches with aggressive speed, so that it may not be easily turned away. Wish to parley. I don't think we're gonna outrun it. Let's face it head on. You spin your ship's wheel to counterclockwise. The ship swings around quickly, distributing a gull resting on the foremast. The bird avoids a white splotch on your deck as a sign of disapproval. Even out the wheel, you bear straight towards the dial. Distance closes quickly as soon the massive dial's hull rolls on the waves beside your ship. Boarding planks emerge and you quickly cast on your ship with shouts from its crews notifying you the captain will be boarding. Several well-armed men cross the planks, their eyes searching every inch of your ship. The crowd parts open to make way for their captain, a tall, well-dressed man. He peers at you with one impeccably groomed eyebrow raised. Following behind the ship captain, in stark contrast, strides a unkempt Orland. A pair of pistols grips protrude from his belt, and casually twirls a stocky firearm round his index. His shaggy face, framed by long cobalt blue hair and wildly braided Carillion beard, makes the crooked smirk he directs at you almost seem almost sinister.
Damn, Bluebeard. Candy pirate.
I think it might be that guy right next to our wizard. I think we have just found this individual.
Oh yeah, this little
because that's what the Orlanes are.
Person.
The Orlanes are, those are the guys who are probably the closest to the Fae, if there is a Fae in this game.
Gotcha. They look like goblins.
They're kind of like goblins, kind of like gnomes. They're very they're more carefree, and they tend to be shorter and a little bit more somewhat whimsical. The ones who are not deadly serious. So let's see what they got to say to me.
On behalf of the Principe Senatrina, I must request we meet in Parliament.
The broad-shouldered captain tilts his chin in greeting. When he smiles, his left cheek to his shadow dimple. You could have asked before you boarded my ship, uninvited.
Eccoci. It has been some time since I last asked another's permission.
Flourish a courtly bow.
I have heard some marvelous tales regarding your ventures in the Deerwood.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you are the first dragon slayer I have ever met, outside of a grave.
Yeah, that's true.
Some fools would seek to make a fortune by
He met people in the grave?
such as you.
Yes, they would be foolish.
He's done his research. Might as well hear him
Under the captain's words, you feel a faint, incessant buzzing. It blooms, overwhelming for his voice, drowning out all else around you. No one else seems to notice. A vision. Thunder cracks between your ears. You glimpse a different sun-shot sea behind your eyes. Fuck it. Let's trip out in the middle of this meeting.
Yeah, why not? He is Tef after all.
As the vision streaks across your mind's eye, fleeting and incoherent, an elf, dark-haired and battle-scarred, stepping across the gulf between vessels. She shakes Frollo's hands, and warp slips through you, excitement, pride, respect. The imagery melts like candle wax onto a lamp-lit galleys, swamped with a scent of unwatered rum and sweet fruit, with sailors and their songs and sweat. The scent blows away, ice-cold clawing, replaced with the crew on deck, solemn and staring, as Furred grabs one of their own by the throat. No, not one of their own, no more. You don't steal from family and stay family. Tears and mucus mar the man's features. Alfredo reads the man's last rites. Thief or no, they consign on to Audra as tradition dictates. The vision passes, leaving you blinking on the deck of Defiant, looking at Furred's face. He raises an eyebrow.
Such a fool. Captain Benweth of the Dread.
Despite the gravity of his words, he smiles grandly. The dimple cuts deeper into his left cheek. I know it's for trying to recognize, feel it. Tell yours to stay out of my head. Yeah. The blue Orlane mouth falls open.
Voxen of Ubildet Merla. Careful, ship hunter. Mind that you do not confuse a useful skill set for a non-expendable one.
Footerway glazes at Stefan. The Orlane steps back, blinking away the rebuke, and peers at you, probing. His yellow-green eyes narrow and focus, as if trying to remember something. Then the captain turns a warm smile back to you.
My apologies. Rest assured, it will not happen again.
Apologies, Captain. Didn't mean it, really. We're up all night, you know, searching out our friend here.
He looks to you.
You've been at sea a while. Your mind starts playing tricks on you, aye? Well, mine plays tricks on others, too. Usually don't mean much. Maybe see a bit of shadow, hear a bit of tune. Not unless a person's sensitive. Like, say, a watcher.
He winks. And your furry little companion happens to be?
Allow me to introduce one of my more special acquisitions. A diamond in the rough, if you will. Seraphin is a magnificent ship hunter. In fact, he is how we tracked you.
Ship hunter, that's a nice way to say murderous cutthroat.
Yeah. That's how I would say it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's step from further. Let's twist the corner to further speaks. You feel the furry vibration in your inner ears coming up. Yeah, let's get it there.
But
Prismatic.
didn't we talk about this?
He's trying to have psychic conversations with me. All I'm saying is Teferi would most definitely, while having a conversation with someone else, have a psychic conversation with somebody else.
He would. But I don't think he would enjoy it if he didn't have to.
He would most definitely have it, though.
Right.
As the prismatic lights explodes behind your eyes as images washes over you, the bow of a ship, bowstring jutting rigidly forward, seeking, searching, a mind freed, sliding across the waters, the minuscule thoughts of sea beasts shining below, the gulls above, all eating, fucking, shitting, the circle eternal.
Well, there goes our PG-13 rated.
Oh no, this is most definitely not for children. Yeah. No, not for children. Anyway, cold, wet, and then parched throat, heat, wind, swirling fur, shouting, cannon fire somewhere distant. The Ultra Colossus, drawn radiant in the distance. Look away, it burns. The rum flows below decks. A party, and you out here searching still. Outward, turning then, there, too bright, too sundered. Follow the thread to a whisper, dark, hard, wrapped in a tattered hurricane. All aboard a name, defiant. Severin voice pulls you from the vision.
Not to say that I ain't wildly honoured to be making the acquaintance of a lord as dashing as yourself.
Wait, who are the Principes of Paterna?
This is the first you are hearing of us, truly.
Then his father turns sour, and he cants his head as if to include you in a secret.
We are a magnificent but largely landless people, so we have come to own the sea. To survive, we must seize prosperity where we can. Hence, we are oft labeled as pirates, smugglers, merchants of illicit trade, or mercenaries.
Well, this guy's either really good at his job or really bad.
Yeah. That's usually how it goes. When he tells you what it is, he's either really good or he's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
It will not always be so, but it is for now.
I remember the Drake.
I do too. Not to say that I like all of his music.
I mean, he did start from the bottom.
Yeah, he's also on one, but that's some other stuff.
Some much needed humility. I thought perhaps you may care to as well.
For our teas, for...
What's with the leprechaun in the corner going nuts?
I have no idea. No idea.
That boy is just like...
The rogue words flit through the air, through your thoughts, like darters, not quite your own, but not entirely, unlike your own either. Why is this any concern?
Why do I care?
Well, he tried to kill all my people and steal my ship. So that's why I care, actually.
Okay.
Where is he if I wanted to teach him a lesson?
Benwet's Drake took damage during the storm. Eventually, he will need to dock for repairs, and when he does, Seraphin can find him for you.
Push your hand towards the oar line on the
He
side.
is rather an unrefined creature, but he is a most skilled ship hunter, I assure you.
Unrefined? Begging your pardon, Captain, but I'd be the high fucking model of the gentleman of fortune.
Yes, Gentleman of Fortune. Also, as you can tell, the game is has no problems with the expletives. I have no problem with that as well. Anyway.
We're all adults here, mostly. Welcome to Midnight Show. Tonight, listening to smooth jazz and recounting tales of naked eroticism. Never mind, huh? What?
I quite enjoy killing two men with a...
Anyways, back to this game. In other news...
So I'm killing two guys. Okay.
I've even thought of it if you hadn't brought it up, sir.
You feel a sudden urge of anger that is not your own. Stefan spins towards you and bows again.
I ain't hardly in any hurry to leave the fine company of the gentlemen of leisure. But the captain be right about me finding your mark. Adding to that, you sail into Fort Deadlight not knowing your innies from your outies. You might very well find the locals cannon fucking your boat to sodden splinters.
Oh. Yeah, why loan me your best ship hunter? That's super suspicious to me.
Because he can spy on you for it?
The Seraphin is an allowance, which I expect you will return. In one payment
or he just can't stand this guy and wants to get rid of him.
Are you two finished?
No, Captain Ferrante and I'll never be truly finished. Not till we both met Andra face to bosom. You know that salty lass.
And I'll never truly be finished.
Fluid falls broadly, with his finger caresses the blunderbuss holster in his chest. Welcome aboard.
Oh, you won't be regretting this, Watcher.
Well, there's our goblin
As long
friend.
as you keep us heavy in grog and light on the onions. Ugh, them dirty shit apples ain't never agreed with me, and I'll be suspecting they never will.
I like onions.
Yeah, I agree with this guy. Onions. What did he
Onions
call
are
them?
delicious, my man.
Dirty shit apples? I wouldn't describe them that badly, but I'm not the biggest fan.
You people don't know how to cook.
Onion powder suffices with all onions flavoring you need.
Boy, you ever have onion rings in your life when they're real extra crisp?
I've had them. The problem is I don't like the onion, the crunchy onion part of it.
I do. And a blooming onion with a Thousand Island dressing, a little blue cheese, exquisite.
I stay now for Dunwich, my own safe port. I will await you there, should you be successful in schooling our wayward captain.
Barbarian plus Cipher. Cipher's a special type of magic in this game. It's basically mind magic. It's psionics.
He's like, he's kind of, oh, it's psionics, so he's kind of like an illusionist.
No, think mind raper. Like he's not. It's not an illusion when you just push the stuff in your head.
Gotcha.
So,
you might as well go with the. You might as well keep going on with the
multi-class. Yeah, the barbarian plus.
I like barbarian, but witch sound fine.
It's barbarian plus mind mage. That sounds tough.
That sounds like the most red and blue, non yin and yang, most apparent apartist. I'm gonna use my mind to do things, and I'm not. Last time I checked, warriors don't read.
Well, you guess what? You don't need to read books in order to rage. And also, he may not read minds, but he can read yours.
Well, he'll read something.
He put the rage in you.
Right. And from what I can tell, he only speaks 2 languages, English and bad English.
Alright, so we're gonna go over here to the port.
Baji?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, watch out for that boat. It's coming.
Alright.
3 minutes.
Yeah, man, it has pretty long load times, man. I'm hoping. You were saying what? As I hope they put out a patch, where they can, make the load times a little bit more reasonable. But I would say that would be the only downside to this game so far. In my opinion, is the load times are kind of strong.
I'd say they're moderate. I've definitely played games with longer load times.
But have you played a game recently with longer load times?
No, not a new gen game. This game really does feel like a PC game. I'm letting you know.
It is a PC game. I'm playing on PS because it just feels right to have a controller in my hand. And
I agree with you 100%. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Some games that get ported from PC to platform feel more or less home on that platform. Does that make any sense?
Right. I completely understand. Like, I play a lot of things in the platforms they're not originally designed for. I would say a big one for me is I play a lot of, I played a lot of Diablo. That's most definitely a PC game.
But Diablo felt much more accessible on a console than this does. Not impossible, but I like me some Diablo too. Yeah, I still play Torchlight. Like Torchlight 2, I still play that.
I think that's on the console now.
Say what?
I think Torchlight's on the console now.
Yes, it's for the Switch. I think I suggest you pick it up here, Joseph. Holy meditation.
So we go now. We're looking at the cleric spells. Uh. Prone isn't as good in this game as it was in previous games, so prone really kind of made them like lose a turn in previous games. And this one, a lot of times they can get up from prone and still do everything they really want to do.
Oh wow!
So it's it's not as big as it used to be.
Iconic projection creates a slow moving. Pillar of Faith.
Pillar of Faith is pretty decent. I'm still looking at these cast times.
Yeah. Wow, 4.5. Wow, that sounds like that. Two-handed style. Crazy. One-handed style.
We already have 2 weapon styles, I'm assuming. Yeah. No, we don't have 2 weapon style. Wait. Not sure if I want that.
What about more monk stuff?
Yeah, we're gonna look at it. We're gonna see. I want just more monk stuff. Let's see what this is.
This monk. What's up with this kung fu? Clarity of agony.
Cost 2 wounds. Initiative 4. -1 round duration and hostile effect duration. I'm not into the debuffs. Really inflicts raw damage to myself and gain wounds. I do know.
Yeah, that's some
stride, increase speed. That's all right. That's not necessarily what I want though. That's great for me. Less engagement attacks.
That's when you're like moving away. Okay. That's Sister of the Reaping Moon.
That stuff already.
That looks super good.
I don't wanna. This?
No, the fist.
This thing?
That. Yeah.
This is stuff I already have.
Why not get the third one and max it out?
This one, I already have this as well.
Oh, you got all the fists maxed out?
Yeah, because these are the stuff you get for just being your class.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, pardon my ignorance. I wonder, I think a lot of people are just seeing this game for the first time, like me.
Yeah.
I have definitely heard of Pillars of Eternity, the Dance of Death.
I think I might take this. It's just this extra stride.
More movement?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you really use this character for?
Kind of for a cleric.
Then maybe get something more healing, I guess. Like that healing that seemed, the more stride would help with both of that. Like just being able to move more. Because you gotta get to the guy to heal him, I would imagine, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just guessing, I don't know. I think she had like an AoE heal too, which you could have gotten.
I did not see an AoE heal.
No?
Let's raise up this guy's history.
So what are you using this guy mostly for? Wizard?
I'm pretty split on this guy. I'm using a lot of wizard, but I'm using a lot of rogue on this guy.
I don't. Do you use any weapons on this guy?
Mm-hmm. Give him backstab.
He doesn't have backstab?
Is something you have to select?
Got you.
No word
No,
on
it's
Oil
definitely, it
Princess?
definitely makes sense. Like, you
Not a
could have
thing.
backstab people. You
Backs
can.
like you would get normal extra damage for backstab, but the backstab ability gives you
Hmm.
100% more extra damage when you backstab people.
Right. Like that's very classic. Like, no, we're gonna backstab people. We're going all the way. Even in games like Skyrim, you still have to. You know what I mean?
Hmm. So let's see if we can't find some people we can hire on to be our crew.
Is that how it works? You just hire random. Don't tell
I
me.
have no clue. I have no clue. I've like I said, super.
There's a deflection save in this game.
Oh yeah,
Crazy, crazy. As
it's
opposed to Fort Will and Reflex.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely crazy.
They kind of they tell you, what it's used mostly against mental attacks. Um, but they kind of how can I say, they gave you more of a explanation in the first one, not so much in this one.
Oh, here's something that I've been doing lately that you might be interested in. I've been playing this Total Con for fun. Destiny Mount.
Mm-hmm.
His cats is pretty good.
Still kicking, eh?
Let's
What
see.
would it be?
Hire some people for my ship.
There's plenty of people looking for passage out of here. Let's see if any of them catch your interest.
I like the idea of some fearless people. That Shield sister lady seems pretty on a novice type thing.
She's a surgeon.
Seasoned cook. There's a lady that's a cook. Really good cook. Seasoned cook.
Honestly, I'm probably just gonna hire everybody. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh right.
Oh,
It said
okay.
in this game, you can, when you stay at some place, you actually get bonuses for sleeping in an actual inn, and like
That makes
different
sense. So you
rooms.
get like a well-rested bonus like Skyrim.
Right, but it's different because they have different rooms. So different rooms will give you different bonuses.
Sure. I follow. That makes sense.
Also, you can pay to retrain your characters.
That's really cool.
And you could, if you wanted to, you could just make a new character and put them in
I
your
see that.
party.
I see that. Wow, they got import adventurers? You can just grab people?
Yeah.
Oh man. That's really cool. So what's really cool about that is that's just so many multiple playthroughs. I'm liking that barbarian looking guy. He was piquing my interest. Just go in there swinging. Come out winning.
So I think, considering how this is laid out, I'm thinking 5 may be the max.
I'm gonna guess 6. And you probably have to scroll down.
So.
That's what we always need. Salt.
The good old sodium.
No, that's actually quite expensive. That's expensive stuff around here.
Oh yeah.
Does that guy have any weapons?
These are the extras that were.
That's not their equipment. Okay.
No, this is their stash. No, I'm not selling off their weapons. No, that's not happening.
No, I like range combat, man. That sounds like a plan if I ever heard of them. I do like my characters to be kind of simple with what they do. So I don't know if I would multi-class in this game the first time I would play. I'm not as brave as our friend Mr. Salton over here.
I think I have that bravery because I played the previous one.
I would definitely be straight up, straightforward.
Okay.
I like 2 warriors, a cleric, and a wizard. There you go. There's my favorite. 2 fighters to be exact. Barbarians are cool, but I like me a good strong shield. And the barbarian can't wield a shield. He can. Barbarian? Oh yeah.
So we're gonna set up formation now that I think we have more close to what our party's gonna look like.
Do you know what the green guy does?
He's a barbarian plus mind mage.
Okay. So he goes in the front lines?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't Tef go in the front lines too? See, he's got that big old shield.
I put him in the second line because he can go up there, but he's more designed to be ranged.
That's more of a last resort.
It's more of a if they run up to the character, he's not out of his element, but he's not necessarily made to be up there.
Yeah, it's not the primary game plan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. I do want to see some more combat.
I'm interested in seeing what he does.
Yeah, I want to see. Well, can't you just go into his level up screen and see what his abilities are?
Yeah, what fun is that?
Quite fun, actually.
I'll figure it out when the combat shows up.
You gonna play it by ear?
Yeah. All right. So.
It's smart giving Juan all these guns.
All right, I'm gonna take a short little
just
break to the little boys' room. I'll be right back.
All right. Right. So, I'm still really interested in seeing what this girl with the bird and the long gun is. Perhaps that represents our main character. I highly doubt it. And then the lady with the glowing sword. Injured crew.
All right, we're back. We're back, Jack.
Alright, so I've taken to the open seas. I'm not exactly sure what's going on.
Looks like a wreck.
And so you're sailing past the reefs when Chupek shouts out, pointing to the port. There lists a ship stranded in the middle, perched with a narrow shawl. It tips and rolls with passing waves. Hanging from the mast is a blue flag showing an image of crescent moon sinking beneath the waves. Crew gathers around, murmuring in low, excited voices. Elder Engrim rushes to the railing. Captain, it's a gift-bearer ship. No telling what treasures it's got. Little Lucas snores. Gift-bearers carry sentimental junk, worthless stuff. No, that's a smuggler ship. It's a classic disguise. Arena spits into the water. Then it's a fucking stupid one. Gift-bearers only visit landlocked settlements. It's a trap. Gift-bearers gift will roll up to climb the hole. That's what it's about, gift-bearers. Lucas. Lucas fixated the peasant frown on the wreck. No offense, Captain, but the servants of Audra collect things people want to forget and consign them to sea. Anything gift bearers might be carrying would be stuff nobody wants. Thoughts? Ask our ship hunter. Ain't a trap cabin. Ship too smashed to ship. Too smashed the ship for that. Maybe too smashed his ship to salvage too. Several scratches his back of his head as he peers at the vessel. Let's prepare our ship. Let's climb up there. You row a skiff to above the reefs. The ship waves tossing at bottom of the small boat, occasionally scraping against the jagged structure below. You tie off a snag of coral next to the wreck. The water is rough and the hull is slick with brine, but you're able to find bridges between the shifting planks. I'm up. You row the skiff above the reefs and the waves tossing it. The bottom of the small bowl occasionally scraping across the jagged structure below. You tie off on a snag of coral next to the wreck. The rod is rough and the hull is sink with... Oh wait, I already read that word. You pull yourself up using planks and verticals for holes. You almost reach the main deck when a wave slams against the ship. You hear a crash from somewhere below the vessel rocks. Your legs slip out from under you and your fingers dig into the wet lumber. Your grip holds. Once the ship settles, you resume your climb and make it to safety of the deck.
Ah, okay.
The ship is deserted. You don't even find corpses, as if the ship had a skiff, it's missing too. I've moved all the way up here. Might as well search for salvage. You find several crates of supplies and several more soda odds and ends, handkerchiefs, beaded jewelry, cracked scrim shawls, a child's doll. Okay.
Ah, they were right the first time. Ooh.
No, we got stuff.
Yeah, that looks like it was worth it. Supplies game.
Search for you find several crates of supplies. You think back to Lucas Southwest or whatever, there might have been a smuggler vessels after all. Search for evidence of smugglers.
Yeah.
I think that's the best combination.
You don't think
No,
you're a
actually,
ship
no.
hunter?
No, because this one is 15 plus 1.
I see. There you go.
Frowning, Aloth points out a series of scuff marks along the deck, as if the box of junk has been moved repeatedly over the same spot. You slide aside, found a trapdoor beneath, rest within a small chest brimming with golden sailings. Okay.
Elves. Always finding the hidden trap.
And the hidden gold!
Right.
Okay, original key. Ship battles are easy once you get the hand of the enemy rotation. Okay, okay. That's good to know. That also smugglers after all. I mostly call his friends a small figure of an imp of all things. Laughing imp cameo. You load your find onto the skiff and row back to your ship. Crew earned 99 experience. My crew levels up? Okay.
Yeah, you gotta be the most irate pirates that ever sailed the however many seas they got.
Let's see what this cameo does. Uses once per rest, combats only, keywords figurines, action standard. Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, it summons 2 Brine Imp. Oh, that's super interesting.
Yeah, but how many times can you use it?
Once per rest.
Oh, so it's like a once a day?
Yeah.
That seems like something that would be useful in a boss fight.
Yeah. I don't know where you equip this thing. Or maybe you just put it in your quick items. I think that's where you put it.
Wow, you can get pets in this game? That's crazy. He's already going, yeah? Get more scroll of the flame.
Mm-hmm.
What's this guy working with?
He's got a cinder bomb.
No, weapons. Weapons. What are his weapons?
Oh. He's got this blunderbuss and a battle axe. Got a special blunderbuss at that.
Ah, yeah, this guy's character weapon. That's fair. And good old-fashioned dueling pistols. I'm a fan.
And it's pretty decent armor himself. Not really much I could hand this guy.
No, don't look like it.
You see, I will say, they kind of equip your guys pretty decently when you first get them. They don't just make them terrible.
Well, you may not be saying that once you know more about how this game works.
Comes to you on a cold wind.
Okay.
The ring comes again and again, until soon the air is full with the sound of 1,000
Oh, never mind.
bells ringing all at once. You are alone.
Wow.
You are alone.
An indistinct figure stands before you, flickering between forms like a fire-cast shadow. A fixed, taunting grin. Bottomless black eyes. A yawning chasm in the earth. The aspects of Berith, the Usher and the Pallid Knight, shift in and out of focus. And at their back, 4 indistinct shades.
What is this, like the game sending you off?
Eternity stretch out behind each of you.
I don't know.
Reaching back to places so distant and yet so near you cannot comprehend their size. The shifting image of Berith settles on the aspect of the Pallid Knight.
Watcher.
Her voice is the discordant clangor of gongs struck out of time.
I tasked you to discover Aethys's intentions. Tell me what you have learned.
Oh, they want a progress report?
It's too late to be sure of his plans, but his behavior is suspicious.
I remind you of our bargain. Time is short. and your soul dangles in the balance.
Her wan face contorts into what on mortal truth might be called a smile. On her, the effect is more akin to a rotting pumpkin caving in upon itself.
Do not give me cause to doubt your commitment, Watcher.
The figure nearest Berith dissolves and reforms in the image of a
Wow.
thin-lipped ancient crone whose face has felt the melting kiss of fire. The goddess Wodica strides forward.
Does Aethys frighten you, Bareth? He should. Magran subdued Aethys' influence once before, and yet he returned.
From out of Wodica's shadow shuffles a hunched, bald man you recognize as the god Scan. His skin is mapped with swollen lash scars, and breath whistles through the ragged hole in his face where his nose once was. He does not speak, but stares up at Wodica
Alright.
with naked loathing plain on his ruined face. Wodica steeples her long, knob-jointed fingers.
We must annihilate Aethys now, before he makes a rash decision we cannot easily annul.
She casts a sly look at the pallid night from the corners of her eyes.
The moon would do the job nicely.
I'm pretty sure we need that. You know, that moon thing? Super important.
Yeah.
A voice echoes
Doesn't it kind of control the tides and
Olava
such?
is too large to be moved, and Koltha too quick to be caught, even for a god of Wodica's strength and apparent lunacy.
Also, I'm probably just gonna like randomly chime in and not chime in because I did put a pizza in the oven.
Okay.
The ash falls to the tiles and reveals a molten-skinned woman leaning on a monstrous, wicked-edged broadsword. Magran's glowing lips curl in disdain.
We must find a solution to the problem of Aethys that is neither do nothing, nor destroy the world. I acted in haste during the Saints' War. You will not goad me into doing the same now. To move against him while his plans are unknown is the height of foolishness. We must find wisdom in precaution.
Great idea. Can I go now?
The pallid knight tilts her head to the side and gives you the long-suffering, narrow-eyed look of a parent dealing with a particularly disappointing
Disappointing child. That's
No.
horrible.
Another of the silent figures steps forward, and the warm, golden light of a summer's afternoon spills across your face.
Let's all take a deep, calming breath. Perhaps cooler heads will prevail.
Behind Helia's words, you hear the soft coo of doves.
Aethys has been separated from us for too long. Isn't it possible he intends only to gather enough souls to reclaim his realm in the beyond? He should be welcomed.
You look up then into avian eyes. Through them, you see clouds of starlings converge and divide.
What if he intended to betray you?
Helia puts a feathered hand to her chest.
He wouldn't. Betrayal is not in his nature.
Scan shuffles forward.
Yes, yes. We should welcome Aethys' return to the fold. His gratitude we can leverage to cajole him into divulging his plot.
Classic gods.
Yeah, this guy I like.
This guy?
Oh yeah.
He's the closest thing to being the evil god amongst the group, besides
He's
the
still
paladin.
leper. There's nothing that says he's evil yet.
Okay, you don't know about the god, the god. I think he's of torture and beggars and evil plots. Like
Yeah,
like,
so he's Zan Kuthar from Pathfinder. I get it.
Then, when he
Yeah, see,
believes
that's lawful
himself
evil,
to
by
be
the way.
in our good graces, we do as
Evil.
Wedica suggests and crush him. into the earth.
Scan pauses, inspecting.
And here is the Watcher who wiped dear desperate Alice's mind. You could have let my followers help her kill the man who tormented her. But you did not. Curious.
Scan licks the ragged edge of his lipless mouth and grins, then turns to Helia.
I did not expect such a deliciously ruthless idea from you, Helia. I am impressed.
Helia's feathered crest stands on end.
You wretched little creature.
Actually, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm interested in watching them.
Gestures for silence.
Aethys cannot be killed, but he may be subdued. Yet to do so will take immense power and time. Both stand in his favor.
Magrin grits her black glass teeth.
That is why we must ascertain his plans before he has the chance to put them into motion.
She begins to pace. Her steps lead.
That's not the evil god?
No.
The obvious hellfire and brimstone?
Mm-mm.
Huh?
Magrin stops and balls her hands into flaming fists.
Even if we manage to destroy his current form, there is the possibility he could return if he has not already absorbed all of his children.
Absorbed his children? I do not understand.
The pallid night casts a cold, cutting glare in Magrin's direction.
Magrin speaks too freely. That knowledge is beyond your ken, Watcher.
Rodica waves the gods to silence.
Aethys gathers strength. His strength is a threat to us.
Her voice takes on a sharp, almost panicked edge.
There is no sensible answer to the question of a resurgent Aethys, other than decisive, final action.
We will act when it is appropriate to do so, and not before.
The pallid knight steps away from the half-circle of assembled gods. She pulls herself up to a great height. The words she speaks next come not from her mouth, but from all around you.
Follow him, Watcher.
The black of the pallid knight's irises expand until her eyes are as dark and cold as the void between stars. She bends down and brings her ghostly face level with your own.
Your debt to me remains unpaid.
Say nothing.
She stares at you, unblinking. Like a needle drawn to a magnet, you are pulled toward her one compulsory step at a time. You blink open your eyes and find yourself on the floor of your ship's cabin. Alone.
See? You got fucking crazy guys jumping, playing in your head.
Air which way but loose.
Just because someone brings you back from the dead, all of a sudden you forever indebted to both.
Yeah. Sound like they just hating on you till you got nothing left. That's how it always is, isn't it? When they hate on you, they gotta hate on you till you got nothing left. Them boys don't want you having nothing.
Nathan.
Let alone anything good. They want you being some kind of crazy paladin is what they want.
I don't need to be a paladin.
That's my next Pathfinder 2 character, a champion.
Don't
Yeah, I
let
can see
anyone
that.
tell you you're too shrimpy to be a
I
fighter.
want to try it.
I was half your age when
I
I
think the
started
next
training.
I'm gonna play a paladin in every RPG I play next, just to do it.
I've got it.
I'm glad to see you in good health, my lord.
I haven't done it yet. Whatever RPG I play next, I'm gonna play a paladin, if that's a thing.
Mm-hmm. How did I get a ship in the first place?
With Cadnua in ruins, there was little purpose in
You
waxing
had one.
sentimental over the rubble. I was able to salvage enough of your treasure and wealth to afford the purchase of the Defiant and the hire of a small crew. Unfortunately, that consumed the remainder of your once considerable assets.
That's a good question. What do I do next?
Ship life sure is an adventure, ain't it? Just think of all the places we can sail to, all the sights we could see. This is nothing like being stuck on a farm, or cloistered in the back of a temple.
Slowly wraps her single against her thigh. She studies the bow, slowly eyes, satisfied by whatever she sees. She tilts her head to you with a small
Tell
smile.
me what's on your mind?
Are you feeling recent nightmares?
They're there in my head when I sleep. And sometimes
Are you trying to get to all the
I can
backstory on the
taste 'em
characters?
back of my tongue like
Oh
a
yeah, I
sour
most definitely explored. This is most definitely one of those games where all the characters have long backstories and shit.
Oh yeah, I believe it. It's just how important that is that to you as an individual.
I always go into it. And sometimes you can taste on the back of the tongue as well. What are you gonna do?
Go madder than I already am? I don't rightly know. It's not like I can turn my back on my duty to my God, even if it kills me. I'm glad we talked.
Wow, the game told you good talk.
Thank you again for maintaining my story in front of Vanessa and the others.
So this guy, so in the first game, he was not only is he a wizard, but he's a wizard who's possessed by a foul-talking, like Irish, Scottish warrior woman.
Sure.
Who makes him say all types of terrible shit to people. He's also kind of a stuck, kind of like
snoot.
He's kind of snooty, but he's also kind of just devious at the same time. Like he gives off the air of being snooty, but he's really like the fact that he had to. He's a wizard rogue. Should let you know. He's a
lot of false bravado.
He's got a lot of just scubbiness about him. Like he's very much. He pretends to be like the super ivory tower mage, but he really has some back alley magic about himself.
A personal favorite of mine, peasant magic.
And that's what, and so like the fact that he was possessed by like the foul talking, like bar fighting, warrior woman, is it didn't bother him as much as you think it would.
Well, if it was useful.
Like sometimes he liked the fact that he got into these fights.
Look, I'd be okay with being possessed if it gave me superpowers.
But he was the reason why he says maintaining is he often goes around lying about what he is and who he is and a bunch of other shit. So last time we met this guy, he was pretending to be like a apprentice mage of this studious, really high up academy, and he was hanging out with a bunch of people he clearly doesn't, by previous lore, was not the biggest fans of.
So He learned magic by osmosis as opposed to by tutelage.
He did learn. He did have tutored magic, but he most definitely is a field practitioner. Let's put it like that.
That makes sense.
I didn't enjoy deceiving them, but it seemed simpler than the alternative.
Are you still
I like
thinking
me.
about Vanessa?
Was that her name?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that's a
To be
skill.
honest, there could be
Okay.
nothing between us. But it was nice to have a friend all the same.
I thought we were friends. Wow, look at you.
You stood with me through more than anyone
Yikes! How
I've ever
friendly
known.
can you get with this guy? Looking at some of those
Oh,
answers.
yeah, you can. You can. You most. This is most definitely a game that is open. You can be what you want to be. You can go down the roads you want to go down.
Sound like the primrose path, if you ask me, but that's a horse of another color.
So classes hand together. We'll get straight and tight now.
But a lot has happened over the last 5 years. After we parted, I set out to destroy the leaden key.
Yeah.
It's controlled us for
You got
too
to
long.
wink and nod around here. I don't like it.
Free Kith from it.
Leaden Key was like the Illuminati.
Right.
So like most people don't even know the Leaden Key was a thing.
But you know, sounds more like the YMCA, if you ask me. But I'm talking about the band, not the place to hang out.
This guy, the Leaden Key had like think Cthulhu.
That makes sense.
So for 5 years, I've been tracking down.
I guess the word I'm looking for is
searching for the places where they operate in secret.
It said you're looking for what?
I said I think the word I'm looking for is soft.
Leaden Key wasn't soft.
No, this guy.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
If I have been checking out Leaden Key in certain places and operates.
Trying to undo them.
And from that picture, I couldn't tell any gender.
Well, that's just elves in general.
Joel?
Most elves don't have a discernible gender to most other people.
Joseph, what's the official Team B&B stance on elves?
I didn't know there was an official stance. I have a personal stance.
It's very similar.
I'm not sure if everyone in Team B&B feels that way.
It's majority rule on this issue.
Screw the knife ears? Are we?
Yes.
Is everyone? I'm not sure if everyone was completely on board with my.
No, it's Flight of the Valkyries on that shit. No, we going in on them suckers. Dwarves, you check out. Gnomes, you also check out. Halflings, you check out too. Goblins, orcs, you pass. But elves, you gonna have to get the cavity search at the TSA, my man. Elves have been the bane of our friend Soft Serve Sultan here, the bane of his existence for a while.
Yeah.
Most of his experiences with elves have been at the end of a knife.
The task has been more.
They always coming for him for some reason or another. And don't even get him started on his dealings with elves in the world of Magic the Gathering. Yikes. How many elves he had to put down in that game?
Follow someone else's lead. My father's, Theos is yours?
You all right over there, boss? You pretty quiet.
I'm trying to read.
Oh.
Also, turn down my audio. I'm hearing my audio come back to me.
Got you. Is that better?
Easy, sure. Yeah. Easy, sure. I led you right into the prison of the gods.
What matters is that you got us out again. After we defeated Theos, I thought the hard part of undoing his work would be tracking down the Leaden Key's members and operations.
Maybe he had a head. Too bad you burned his robes.
Perhaps this would be easier with an example. I went to a village in Old Avalia, a run-down backwater of a place.
Why does Elder seem pleased about this conversation?
Okay, so both Elder and Zadi are both jokesters or pranksters.
That's fair, but you're talking to this guy, like.
It's because I gave him the jackass answer. They enjoy the joking member of that, so that's what it is. Because all these conversations you hear.
I get all of that in a technical sense, but they're not here in a
Yes, they are.
meta sense. Oh,
Yes,
they're
they
standing right there?
When you have these conversations, unless you take them out of your party, they're with you in all these scenes.
Okay.
And that does show up in like certain instances. Like if you go talk to someone that you intend to have a peaceful conversation, and like one of the people like killed their father or some stuff, you may not want to take that guy to that conversation because they'll pipe in and just take over the conversation.
Oh, and just be all shocked?
Or just try to kill the guy. Like negotiations not happening. Stabbing's happening. So having like the people in your party, that's something they don't kind of explain in this game, but they don't explain very much in the second one. You really have to watch who you bring to some of these discussions and who you bring into these things, because they are the people in the background. Although it seems like it's just us, they are not necessarily silent partners, and they are paying attention.
Ah, so as you like to say, it's all BS and it's bad for you. Okay. No, it's obviously some pretty fun lore for those who are so inclined. I'm more of a fan of the stabby, explodey kind of action. But hey, I'm with it. We're doing lore.
The details were lost, but what had endured was a practice of ritual bloodletting. A gruesome, pointless tradition. At every full moon, the villagers would feed the soil with their blood. No one, young or old, sick or hale, was exempt.
There are worse things than a little bleeding. That's what the fuck.
So saith the blood maid.
Shh, be quiet about that. Leave the bloody secrets of my power behind you. Don't think about that. Not important.
Not about necessarily the how or the why. It's more about the what. Didn't we accomplish our goals? Well then.
I said, what do you mean I could only cast 5 level 1 spells? Don't ask those questions. Some people just have a little bit more magical oomph. And maybe a couple more scars than other people. If you sacrifice what I sacrifice, you'd be able to do the things I do.
If you came from where I came from, you'd be dead already? Is that what we're doing?
it's a similar situation. It must have had some purpose in mind.
Yes, but the specifics depended on whom you asked. Some thought it would ward off Scan, or bring Berth's favor on their village, or Gon's blessing to their crops. The village priest administered the practice. Grim old fellow. Reminded me of Theos.
Also, I don't know if you know or not, but with the weapons that are guns in this game, do they just always shoot, or do you need ammo?
Oh no, they always shoot. You don't need ammo. You don't have to. Oh, if you have a bow, you don't have to track arrows or anything like that. Thank God. I'm not a big fan of ammo tracking in games. Yeah, see that's what I mean by he switches up to the other speak. But he says wicked old bone bat is what the lad means.
He was a tyrant. I was certain that if the villagers were free of his influence, they'd be
Are you
free
getting
from
your
bloodletting too.
audio playback though over the headset?
No, that's done.
Okay.
So I arranged for him to have an accident.
Because I'm also watching the stream, so I can hear myself and hear you. I'm checking this audio.
So I arranged for him to have an accident. Clever.
I thought so. At first. The old man died. And the villagers were terrified.
And these people be having all kinds of...
They were convinced.
Man, Mike would love this game.
They blamed it and every
Mike
other
loves this kind of
stuff
stuff.
on their lack of faith. So they began bloodletting every week.
Wow.
That's why last time we played RPGs with Mike, I started talking about Skyrim. Because I noticed Mike likes his RPGs in two forms. Either super ridiculously detailed, down to the finest point, or just, you know, barbarian tactics. We're just gonna power through.
Instead of a handful dying each
Would that be
year,
a apt
perished
assessment?
every week.
I think he does both.
No, I'm saying he likes both of those things, but I don't think he likes the stuff in the middle.
Yeah, probably not.
He wants it one way or the other. You know what I mean?
And now you feel responsible. Is that it?
I had to do something, didn't I? I keep wondering what I might have done differently, or how I could have known better.
Yeah, if they go around, the priest was dying, they go around killing himself even more. They chose this shit.
I suppose so. I should get some rest. It's been a long day, and you've given me a lot to think about.
I mean, you sold them a bag of beans and they made dip. It's not your fault.
Wait, you haven't told me what you were doing with those guys. They had a masters.
Ah, right. I'm looking for an old leaden key sect.
He was practicing animancy, for God's sake.
No, he's against animasters. That's the fact that he was with those guys was what was questionable. Because he was super against those guys in the last game.
What's animancy like? Reviving the dead?
Soul magic.
Then I promise I'll tell you everything.
James Brown approves.
This isn't about your notes. You're second guessing yourself again.
You know me too well.
He is, after all, Soul Brother #1.
I am.
Not you, James Brown.
No, so am I.
You told me a few years ago that I'd end up following you on another crazy errand. I'd have said you were out of your mind. Not because I got anything against you, more that the trouble seems to come looking for you wherever
I'll
you
just
go.
say this. If I was Soul Brother #1, my name would be Stardust.
Stardust? That's not a Soul Brother name.
I don't know, man. I saw some guys got away with it.
Couldn't go off fun by
Well,
myself.
nice of you to share. Someday I'll have to get you a gift. And wouldn't you know it, this time is shaping up to be crazier than the last one. But I gotta say, I appreciate how you've handled
A
things.
customary.
Times like
What a
these,
jerk.
staying decent's not as easy as it sounds. Thought you were weird at first, of course, but you've surprised me.
Wow.
There's something
There's a
to
paladin
that.
answer.
I like to think I'm the same way.
Yeah, that's the paladin answer.
Except I chose to believe in the goodness of a giant statue that kills everything it passes. Sometimes I have second thoughts about that. I've been meaning to ask, though. How is it you never seem to lose your way through all this?
I'm so brother number one.
What is it tells you you're on the right path?
No. I never said that. I said
I
James
said
Brown
that.
was. Oh, you said that?
I said that all of the, you did. If you were paying attention to the first stream, I said the reason why he was able to take away my soul, and I was still a part of my soul, and I was still getting up because I had so much soul to give. I have so much soul to sell. I'm so used to it. I had extra soul because I'm soul brother number one.
I'll let you know. I don't know. You got a lot of work to cut out for you knock James Brown off of the #1 headband. But I'll let you go for now.
Shopping is about everything. That's not true.
You know what I used to do to mess with our friend Ben? I used to call him Smart Brother all the time.
See, that means something entirely different because one of my favorite movies used to be Undercover Brother.
I know and he knew the movie too. That's why I used to call him that because he looks just like that dude.
Okay. Yeah.
That's not even the worst. That's not even the worst. The worst was he used to go to this when he was going to wrestling school. They used to call him Sherman Clump.
Yeah, I heard that.
They wouldn't. They need. And some of those people they called him that so much they didn't even know him as Ben half the time.
I don't know if it's right, but I bet there's less worrying. When I was a boy, things were simpler. Aethys was more like a character we read about in church.
I take it there was no statues in these stories.
Well, most stories had him helping folks or making the world work as it should. You pray to him, he might help you too. There was no cost to it. No confusion about his will or followers taken into extremes. Following Aethys was right. Had no reason to question.
Well, when you die and come back, Eder, you let us know how you feel about God. All right.
Following him could still be the right path after all we've seen.
You can make the choice to just give up on the other gods and just follow the destroyer. Funny.
I don't know, man.
I guess we'll see what he has in store soon enough. If we make it that far. Anyway, I didn't mean for this to get depressing.
If we make it that
This
far.
is just a long way of saying I appreciate the way you've guided things. Makes me feel like I'm doing some good, going with you.
Yeah, that's right. Kneel.
For Zod?
Yeah, before Zod.
I see you would play the tyrant.
Very much so. I only like one type of control. Absolute.
Absolute power. You know what they say about that kind of stuff, right?
Uh-huh. But without no power, there is no control. Without control, you have chaos. Without order, then everything goes to crap.
Hmm. I would I would say without power, good intentions are impotent. But that's the other way of putting it.
Yeah, but the best laid plans of mice and men are, and the primrose path is also paved in good intentions.
I, I'm not so much worried about order.
No, I'm not worried about order neither. I'm worried of the lack or the make thereof.
Ahoy, Captain.
I think in my
Truth
current
be
scenario,
told,
we
Ferrante
have
half
as much
expects
order
us
as
to
we
get our
need.
asses blown out of the water at Fort Deadlight. Fortunately for you, I have this bad habit of beating the odds. Of course, I do that by way of good old traditional chicanery. And the most important part of any hornswoggle? Solid plan.
Check this guy out.
Well, that and surviving.
I'm gonna let you know this guy's a little bit more my speed.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm with this guy. First of all, don't tell me about these odds. Second of all,
Bailey had made originally. Piled them
if my
stones up
life
a
was
few
dictated
centuries
by
back.
numbers, I wouldn't know
Dig
what
it
to
up
do.
when the fishmen wouldn't even be. Hard to defend against Wilder crawling up out of your crappers. Captain Aldee's claimed it a few years back. Fucking filthy from bow to stern. And she had her lads and lasses cleaning fish shit out of the floorboards for months. A couple of them thought he might be better sailing elsewhere and left in the night. Aldee's tracked them down quick as you like, took their eggs, and fixed them into little lanterns for the front gate. Called them Fort Deadlights. They say she ain't had a deserter since. Tad cruel for my taste. But I admit to admiring the wordplay.
Yeah, this guy, I like this guy.
Funny thing about it being a fort means it ain't a boat. Means it don't have to worry about the way the cannons are storing honking big balls.
It ain't a boat.
Crowning that castle put a hole in your poop deck before you've sighted land. Fort itself be floor-to-ceiling rum-sodden fools, so that be going for us. But Aldi's keeps the crew on the walls sharp and sober. One blast of their horns and Deadlight's locked up tight as an endearing mugger-night. We'll stay that way too, till any unfamiliar ships have been shot to shit and shot again.
Let's go over the plan, like you know what it is.
Yeah, she's sharp as shit, that one. Tongue, mind, and ears alike. Sailed out of Deerwood or
Tef don't know nothing.
Knows the knots and how to crew a ship that won't turn sour. But words ring out among the Principe. More than you'd think for new blood. Part of that's her fierce support of freedom. From slavers, from the empires, from Juana's caste system even. The rest a lenient hand. Step out of line and Ferrante's got your old crew up for lashes. Aldis, though, she's let's say there's a reason she attracts limp-cocked nut twists.
I can see some of this stuff giving you a hint at what you should do next in
Lack
the
of
game.
regard for our traditions, but can't say I don't share her vexations with Ferrante and the old garden either.
That's what you and the old guy.
Captain, are you allowed a drink before you go rooting through these unmentionables? Let's leave it enough for now to say I think there'll be a course to be charted betwixt anarchy and tyranny. Oh, I did say contacts, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Contacts would be more accurate, in the singular. A lass by the name of Siri. Been running the same circles for years. Doldrums and fair winds. We're never family, but never on the wrong ends of arms, neither. Might have shaken the sheets a few months back. Regardless of how she feels about me, there's no love lost betwixt her and Benrith. That's for damn
certain. Your context is so random, love of yours.
Random? What do you take?
That's how it is for us piratey types, you know? The scourge of hearts.
Oh, so there you look.
Oh, mighty kind of you, Captain, given how useful I look. Deadlight's a tough coconut to crack. But if not cracking, what a nut's for?
Yeah.
Smart play for crashing any party involves
I like that second one.
up an invite, and then dressing to impress.
Shall I look the part?
Aye, Captain, from stem to stern. Looking the part in this case means hoisting colours identifying us as Principe. Don't have to tell you how dangerous such a bit of fabric can be if the wrong person catches you flying it.
That's a classic. Flying the wrong flag. Gotta get your foot to the to the sword.
Don't just give up their flags for a few coins.
All right, boss. You're starting to breathe a little into the mic.
Okay.
Nekataka's black market. If there be a Principe flag for sale, it'll be there. Mark it up and relocates every so often to.
Okay, so that tells you where you should go.
Just have to find wherever it currently be anchored.
So you have to find the place. Oh Lord.
Aye, Captain. Looking forward to watching you work.
Well, he said, looking forward to watching you work.
Okay. Well.